Welcome everyone. I'm Jen Seal. I want to welcome you to today's practice. For me, this ends a week-long dedication towards kindness. So it's sort of been our mantra this week, is to try to not only practice kindness to ourselves and our bodies, but kindness in our minds, watching our thoughts, watching our actions, and really trying to practice that here on our mat. So practicing kindness on our mat means just not taking the practice too seriously, really being mindful of what kinds of thoughts are coming in, because this sort of practice is like, again, not just a physical practice for wellness in the body, but it's sort of like mental floss. So that if we are dealing with horrible things going on in the world, or we've got some issues going on in our life, or our personal life, our family life, we can approach those things with a sort of kindness and compassion that is required, right, to get through these things. Okay, so bring your palms together to your heart center, and just sitting up nice and tall, bow your chin to your chest. So bow into your heart, taking a couple of moments here just to connect to your breath, connect the body to the breath. Notice that you're breathing in, notice that you're breathing out. Just a couple of breaths. Draw the breath into the nose, maybe out through the mouth the first couple of times. Flushing away negativity, flushing away tension. Cleansing that body from the inside out with that breath. I want you to set just a personal mantra for yourself today. Just cultivating a way of being. So if it is kindness, put it into a positive, like, perspective, but also in present moment. So if it's like I am kind, right? It's I am kind. Not I want to be kind, but just impose it as if it is already within you. So it may be a quality you're already like about yourself, or it could be a quality you're looking to instill more into yourself, and put it in the present moment. Bring your hands down towards your knees. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. And then just get a felt sense of awareness as you've kind of come into stillness of just the whole body. Like, how are you feeling today? You let some of the burdens you may be experiencing just sort of push them off to the side just for this next 45 minutes. Just feel them lift off your shoulders. Feel a sense of lightness. Take one nice deep breath in. And let it out just with a sigh. I invite you to keep your eyes closed if you want. Just bring your hands down by your sides. You can just listen and follow along. You can open your eyes if you'd like. The arms are just dangling down by your sides. Shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. I just want you to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Again, continuing to breathe, mouth. Open and close on that exhale now. You back to center. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And back to center. Just turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Sometimes when we keep the eyes closed, we're taking away the visual, right? So we keep the experience inside. Bring it back to center. Gaze over your left shoulder. The visual stimuli can sort of make us tend away from what we're doing. Back to center, and take your hands to the back of your head. So just tickle the back of your head with your fingertips and allow your head to fall into your hands as you lift the chin away from your chest. Elbows splay a little bit wider, just a gentle squeezing of the shoulder blades on the back. Draw it in, feel the chest rise, feel the belly rise. And release. Again, hands down by your sides and just drop the chin towards your chest. Stretching the back of the neck, down the shoulders, and back to center. You can bring your hands together in front of you, palms together, and clasp your fingertips and press the palms forward. Again, bowing chin to chest, belly towards spine. Rounding the back, spreading the shoulder blades, lifting back up, and then extend the arms wide. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands. Palms may touch, they may not. And just broaden across the chest. Just squeeze the shoulder blades again, gently on the back. Lift the chin away from chest. Really feel broad across the collarbones. Feel the sternum lift. Not trying to pull anything, or just opening, creating space. Good. And release. Bring your palms down to goal. Bring your arms to goalpost arms. You can just slowly, gently open the eyes. So we're taking the arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades again. And you're just going to bring them together. Palms and elbows hug together. Open here. And then close. And you can draw the belly to spine if that feels good too. Little undulating the spine, squeeze, and fold. These arms are another alternative right here to eagle arms. So if eagle arms are ever difficult for you, you could do that. And another way to do eagle arms, you're going to come and give yourselves a little hug here. So hug in, right arm over left, okay? And then you can bow forward. Let's do it again. Just put left arm over right. So another way to do eagle arms. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Bring your arms up and back down. Let's just come into a twist on this next side. So inhale here, come to the left, down. Inhale, so fully exhale. So once you come into the pose, you're going to feel, right, a pause, and then just breathe out. Inhale, exhale. One more each side. Inhale. So I'm using this hand on my knee to sort of resist so I can come into the twist. And then come back up to the left side body stretch. Reach, pulsing here with the breath. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale into the right. Inhale, back to center. Again, one more time. Pulsing with the breath. Feels really nice, but it's super mellow. To the right. Smooth the spine all directions there, right? Warming it up. Take the block out, whatever you might have had sitting underneath you. Bring it up. Just stretch it out. Sitting for a period of time makes my hips feel really tight. So let's just take it to high plank pose. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Bring your toes, curl them under. Lift the thighs up so you can put the meaty part of your thighs back on the mat. Push your pelvis down, toes go down now. Bring your arms or hands so they're by your breastbone. Looking down, lift your hands up off the floor. Just let them hover. And then on an inhale, lift the chin and chest up. Keep the toes pressing down, keep the pelvis down. This is baby cobra, right? We just want to notice what's working. So lower down, lift up, hands lift, squeeze the shoulder blades on the back. And on the exhale, we come back down, palms will come down. And head back, chest lifts, lift the hands, and back down. This time, keep the hands on the mat, but lift using the back face of your body first. Lift up cobra. And then when you can't go anymore on your own, use your hands to press up a little higher. And scoot yourself forward. Come away from those hips. Get longer in the front body, and then come down. Curl the toes under, press up. And keep your toes curled under. Keep your palms right where they are, and just send those hips back towards your heels. Modified child's pose. We're growing nice and long, so I want you now to feel your palms. Try to pull forward towards your knees. And sort of lift the arm bones up. You're going to feel the shoulder blades again in the back, settling in. And then exhaling, drop your belly towards your thighs. Inhale, lift and pull. Exhale. It strengthens your shoulders to prepare it for things like down dog. Do it one more time. Pull, lift, and then sink. So bring yourself toes down, sink back towards child's pose. Bring your hands behind you. And bring your forehead if it touches to the mat. If not, it's okay. Sink a little deeper. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your waist. Then bring those hands forward. Move the hips just a little side to side. Just kind of reset yourself here. Spread those fingers nice and wide. And again, maybe slightly turned outward so that your pointer fingers pointing towards the right side of your mat. Okay? Not completely, but just a little bit. Moving towards cat-cow. So lifting the chin and the chest, dropping the belly, and pulling it on the exhale. Back towards the toes, pushing to the hands, chest, broaden across the collarbones. Pull it in. Following that breath. Inhaling all the way to the top. Exhaling. Your gaze can be soft. You can close the eyes here. And it's a felt experience. You want to feel how our body reacts. One more inhale. And then exhale. Come back towards your knees, up on your toes. Reach it up. Tiny, tiny, tiny little back bend here just to open the front body. And come right back down. Send your right leg out to the right. Stay here. Press the outer edge of your right foot down. Lift through the inner ankle. It's kind of like warrior foot. You need to look at it though. It's kind of cool. You feel that. Notice if you drop in, right? Lift the inner ankle. Strengthen that ankle. When you're going to do cat-cow here, it's going to feel a lot different. It's going to be a little bit more restrictive. So again, push through the palms, broaden up to the shoulders, and lift up. And then pull it in. It's a different sensation, a different little stretch for this inner thigh, right? As you come into, probably aren't able to arch the back as much here, right? I feel it. Just something to notice. One more. And then back. And draw it in. We're going to stay on this side. Just step it forward. Don't just step it so that your knees over your ankle, but you have a nice little angle here in the back. So you might have to walk your toes forward to get back, climb up onto that knee. If need be, right, you can always place something underneath that left knee. I've got my toe curled under for support here, but you can soften that back knee by pressing the top of the foot down. That gives you more of a platform there for stability. Be mindful, again, not to dump forward. We're not dumping, we're lifting a little bit. Draw the shoulders back. So you can stay here and just feel a stretch in the left front hip pocket, or you can take the hands behind you and you can open the chest as well. So when we're in a position like this where our chest is lifted, the sternum is lifted, your shoulders are drawing back, this is a heart-centering kind of pose. So for practicing kindness, heart-centered poses are really awesome to help draw that in. And lift the chin away from the chest. Slowly release. So for today, I'm going to say you can keep your back knee down if you'd like, and reach your right arm up. If you're feeling a little bit more today, you need more, curl the back toe under, lift up. And again, if you have blocks nearby, you can stack it underneath your hand. That back thigh is lifted though, it is working. Your thigh is lifting, your left glute is engaged, you're pressing through the heel. And the arm can go behind if you'd like. Keep the right knee hugging in, okay? Take one more breath, you can look down. And then hand down. Knee down, slide it back. Come to high plank. Remember, lower down, your knees down or all the way, keep them lifted. That cobra pose, right? Gently on the hands, lift through the back. And then press through the hands to come a little higher. Exhaling, curl the toes. This time, instead of going to modified child, let's go to down dog, okay? Down dog. Take the feet, and you can experiment here if you want. Bend the knees, belly to thighs, bring your feet together. See how that feels. Then maybe we can draw the thighs back. Maybe bend one knee. Press the opposite heel down. How does that feel keeping your feet together? And take them a little wider. Does it change the situation for you? Does it change the feeling? Remember how I said when we were on the mat, we were trying to pull the palms towards the knees? Try that, and you're going to feel the shoulder blades open. You're going to create more space for your neck. Good. Bring your knees back down. Climb back up again, knees, shins, tops of the feet down, reach it up. And come back to that child's pose. I mean, tabletop. I hate it when nouns get replaced with other nouns. Stick your left foot out. Remember, lift the inner ankle, press through the outer edge of your foot, looking forward, head is back. Go into a nice little baby cow pose. You know, don't overdo it, right? Pull it in. Like only one half of our body is working for this right now, so it's not going to be as big as it is when we have our knees together. Push the floor away. Inhale, but it's a nice, beautiful inner thigh stretch. And exhale. Draw it in. Again, staying on this side, step it forward. Walk those toes forward and then climb up onto that knee. Be mindful. My toes are down this time just to kind of create more of that platform. Steady foundation. You stay here. Drop the shoulders. Chest puffs outward, right? You're proud. Or you can take the hands and clasp them behind you. I'm going to stay here. And just feel that and try to draw some energy into the back space of my heart just by feeling it. I can still gently squeeze. And that right glute might be fired up a little bit too, right? To keep the lift from dumping in. Chin might slightly lift. And the gaze is really soft, whatever you're looking at. Good. Slowly come down. And lift the back knee, baby, keep the back knee down. Right hand stays on the mat. I'm going to put it on a block on this side. I want to see if it makes it feel better. It's going to give me more of a lift. And more of the ability to lift my belly away from my thigh and twist. Left arm reaches up. Left knee hugs in. Right thigh up and back. If you're lifting it, press through the heel. If your neck feels not good, then look down. And if you're on a block, try not to have your hand be so heavy on that block. Okay, take one more breath. And then look down. Knee down, slide it back. High plank or knees down, lower down. Baby cobra, maybe come a little bit higher. And continue to move forward. Chest moves forward, lengthen. Throw the toes under, press up. Child pose or down dog. Again, pedal those feet. Maybe your feet are together today just for experiment. Maybe your feet go wide. Awesome. Look forward, walk. Forward to the front of your mat. Keep your feet outer hip width apart. Bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Soften through your knees, shoulders away from your ears. And then fold forward, belly to thighs, elbows, grab elbow to elbow, hand to opposite elbow, grab dog pose. Notice what this is stretching. If this really stretches out your back too much, you can bring your elbows to your knees and just push your booty back. And still allow your neck to be soft. Your head is still below your heart, so it is an inversion. I can feel my spine really lengthening here. Lengthening versus still lengthening, but also stretching the lower back. You can release the hands, slowly roll up. Shoulders up and back. Keep the arms up. Feet come back together. Little back bend. Hands to heart. Okay. Hands them by your sides. So just a little body scan, do a little check-in. Are you feeling any tension anywhere? Just staying tall in Tadasana. Getting a deep breath in. Cleansing deep breath out. Grounding yourselves here in your standing postures. Reach your arms up on the in breath. Exhale, fold forward on the out breath. Inhale halfway. Step the right foot back. Those feet wide and lift up. Regular crescent lunge pose. Relax the shoulders, arms widen, dial those fingertips inward, little pinky fingers inward. Going to help you here keep the belly in. So maybe a slight bend in the back knee. Gaze is forward, or you can take it up. Stay deep in that left knee, maybe go a little deeper. Back, forward. Open to warrior two. We're going to move here. Make sure that when you come in to your knee, as you feel that beautiful stretch here in the inner thigh, the knee goes right over the left ankle. Okay, we're going to go up on the inhale, arms reach high, and you're going to come into warrior two. Flowing with the breath, inhale, and your gaze can be forward, exhale, over the fingertips or looking straight. Inhale, two more. So that outer edge, right, pressing down from earlier, remember that, and stay here, warrior two. So notice again, our visual creates a distraction away from maybe what we're feeling. So come into the pose and notice what you're feeling in the pose. Notice if you're gripping in your toes. Notice if your belly is, not engaged. Right? One more full breath. I'm going to drop the hands, straighten the right leg, turn the right toes in, turn the right toes out. Okay, coming into warrior two here. We're kind of going reverse with it, right? Again, settle in, make sure you should have a really good length here. You shouldn't have to move your feet, but if you do, it's okay. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hinge. Pressing through the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale. Just 5 of these. This is 2. That knee goes wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. My cat really wants in. Exhale. I think you got one more. See, I'm distracted by my cats. You can go through the motions, but not actually be in the pose. So stay here. If you feel stable, you could try it. You could close your eyes here in warrior two and see if you can dial in, right? What's going on? What are you feeling? What's happening? What's gripping? What's not? How about that left glute? How about that? Good. Soften in, take one more breath. Drop the hands. I'm just going to turn that back toe forward, so all 10 toes are coming forward. Now we're coming back into that crescent lunge pose. So again, we just did a backwards thing, right? Maybe widen the feet. Drop the shoulders, widen the hands. Slight bend in the back knee. Maybe will allow you to go deeper in the right knee and engage this core. And can you soften in? One more breath. And then leave the hands down. Turn back to warrior two. Turn the right toes in. Take the hands behind you, clasp the hands. Chest opens, chin lifts. Push the hips forward maybe a little bit. And then hinge forward. Awesome. Bring the weight to the ball mounds of your toes if you're weighted on your heels, and vice versa. If you're too much on the front foot, come toward the back foot, find a nice happy medium. Head is heavy, dangling. So for me, this arms away from the waist thing gets a little bit difficult for me. So I'm going to allow my hands to come down to the mat. You're welcome to do so as well. And notice what it does, right? You like the shoulder opener, stay there. So we're going to bring our fingertips down underneath our face. So drop your hands down if they're behind your back. Slowly lift up. So just let your blood come back into your head. All right. So we're going to walk ourselves over to our right side. You're going to take your left hand to the outer edge of your right shin, okay, and reach up here. Now, if the floor or if your ankle's accessible, that's great. If this doesn't feel good, just put your hand on the floor or on the block. Maybe you're taking the upper arm behind you, bowing down. Continue to breathe. Again, maybe close the eyes and slowly Back down, walk it to the other side. Right hand towards left shin or left ankle. Again, it can be on the mat. You take them up. Maybe sliding it down your back. Try not to hyperextend the knees, so maybe a slight little bending of the knees just to notice, hey, and maybe dive toward the thigh, belly toward thigh. And back down again, lift slowly. Pause, we're gonna come over onto the left side, just hinging toward the left. So we have to walk the right foot in a little bit. Now, if you can come here, just for a nice little inner thigh stretch, if you can come all the way down, if it's okay for your knees, you can do that. Otherwise, you just stay lifted, and then you're just gonna walk it over to the other side. So you're either coming all the way in by bending the knee, lifting the toe up perhaps, or you're just going side to side, kind of like, what do you call those? I forget. It's an Olympic sport, a little short skating thing. Just go back and forth. Stay. One particular area feels really good for you. Stay there. Just trying to lubricate, the hip joints to inner thigh. Slowly come back to center. Walk those toes back towards each other. Hands to your shins. Fold. And rise. Good. Hands to heart. Before we come to the other side, let's just do some of our balancing poses here. We started by stepping our right foot back in that crescent lunge, so we're going to come back to that in a moment. But so just standing tall here, you're going to come into airplane pose. So lift your right foot up and just begin to hinge. Hinge it back. So worry about the arms in a moment. Just push the foot back, toes down. And then let the arms go wide. Maybe turn the palms forward. And take them back towards your body. If it's easier for balance, take them to the side. Do that. Spread your toes nice and wide. Chest is lifted above the heart. Slowly bring it back to center. If you can, keep it lifted. Bend the knee, cross it over. Now here, we want to keep our eyes open. Find something to look at. Find a focal point in front of you, or maybe down the floor, slightly in front of you. Something's not moving. I'm in my living room, and every once in a while, the birds are flying all in front of me. So I really have to stay focused on being here in my practice. Letting the things happen around me, letting the sounds happen around me. So you can bring your hands to your knee and your hands to your ankle. That might feel good. You can sink a little deeper. Figure 4, version of pigeon. Take one more breath. Slowly press it down. Reach the arms up. Hands to the heart. Again, standing nice and tall. And bend the knees. Lift the left knee up. This alone is a standing balancing posture. Balance is difficult for you. This might be something you want to keep practicing. Just standing on one leg. The movement part is what gets us, right? So I'm going to continue to stare. My little point in front of me. Push the foot back. You can stay here with your hands to your heart. You can reach back and reach wide. As long as your head's above your heart. Don't dip down. Not warrior 3. What feels good for you? Lift the toes. Spread wide. So for me, I just took my gaze from far away. Right here is about 3 to 4 feet in front of me, and that's better for me. Challenge yourself, just what works. Slowly lift up, slight bend in the knee. Left ankle, right knee. Sink. You can feel this in your outer left hip, hopefully. And if you want to intensify that, left hand, left knee, right hand, right ankle. So, can't see right now. So you could totally walk yourself over to a wall and put your butt up against it for stability if you wanted to. Right. Shoulders away from ears. Looking at something that's not moving. One more breath. And down. Intense. Balancing poses are intense, aren't they? Just wiggle it out. Reach the arms up again. Stretching through the front body. Exhale, hands to heart. Come back to the front of your mat if you're not there. I turn to see, well, it turns, you can see me. Come back to the top of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back. Find that crescent lunge pose. Find warrior two. Okay, we're just going to reverse our warrior here. Stay deep. Good. And come right into extended side angle pose. My tendency is always to bring my arm forward because it feels good, but you can certainly just stay here. Options to go behind. This is nice too. Have your right forearm on your right thigh. You can keep it there, but be light on it or extend your fingertips down. You open the arm, send it to the ground, to a block. You don't let your quads do all the work. Engage your glutes as well. Keep your core intact. And lift up. So arm and back is too straight in your right leg. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes to the left. Warrior two. Deep in the left knee. Right hand back. Left arm reaches. Nice side body stretch. Inner thigh stretch. Relax the neck. And then extended side angle pose. Good. So your options for your gaze are to look down, neutral to the side, or look up underneath your arm. Again, extend the hand down if you're doing that. Light on that left knee. Engage your glute. Maybe your hand goes behind. Try not to do the same thing every single time. Try to change it up. One more breath here. And straighten out. Turn your right toes in. Left toes in, right toes forward. Step forward to the top of your mat. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale, fold. Coming down to the mat, halfway lift. And send both those feet back. Lower all the way down to your mat. And check the time here, guys. So we're going to go into locust pose. Locust pose. Couple options here. Tops of the feet pressed down. First curl toes under, lift those thighs up. Again, draw the thighs inward towards each other. So you need part of your thighs on the mat. Toes down, press the hips down. Arms can be by your sides. Okay. Palms down. So when you lift, everything lifts here. If you prefer, if you want a little bit more intensity, you can bring your arms forward. Okay. Forward or even goalpost arms. So decide where you want to be. And then release to the mat. Let everything go. Exhale. On your inhale, lift your toes, lift your head, lift your chest, lift your arms, squeeze. And feel it. Maybe you change it up a little bit here. You have another opportunity. Let's pulse here. Now that you're up, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And down. Lift. And down. Let's just do one more. Lift, squeeze, even the glutes right there. And down. Bring your arms in front of you. Stack your hands on top of each other. Turn your chin to your cheek to a side. Bend the knees. Rock it side to side. Hi. Another distraction. All right. So again, second time. Choose a different arm variety this time. See how it feels. Okay. So I'm going to choose going forward here. So forehead down, toes down, pelvis down. Exhale it all out. On an in-breath, again, we can pulse. If you want to pulse, we're just doing 5. If you'd rather stay lifted, feel free. Exhale it all out. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Lift on the in-breath. And I'm just slightly looking forward. I'm not looking all the way up. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Engage your glutes and shoulders squeeze. Pointing the toes back, trying to have the neck and head be soft. And down. Again, stack the hands, turn your cheek to the other side. Bend your knees. And stand them side to side. There. Toes down, hands by your breastbone, curl the toes under, press up, into child's pose. Arms can go forward here or again back by your heels. Sink the hips down. Slide your hands in and come up onto knees and shins. Okay. Camel pose. I'll just do a modified camel pose here. So we're not going to go all the way back since we're practicing kindness to our body. This can be really intensified. You're just going to take your hands to your waist. So sort of not on the hips, but sort of more in the back. Thumbs not touching, but nearly. Spread the fingers. Just push down. So you're going to kind of pretend you're going into cow pose. Just a little and feel a lift. That's core engagement, but don't put the chest forward of your head. Head is still back. Okay. Holding that, holding the core, not holding the breath, but just feeling that engagement, elbows hugged together, and then just begin to lift the belly button away from the sternum. So lift the sternum up, grow long in the front body, melting into the back of the heart. Lift the chin away from the chest. So imagine somebody just lifting your sternum up towards the ceiling, super light, super airy. You're spacious. Take one more breath. And exhale. Hands down. Pause here in tabletop. Take a breath in neutral spine. And exhale slowly into cat pose. And into cow. And into cat. So make your way onto your seat. Stick your left leg out. And bring your right foot in. Just take that left hip and move it back a little bit so your belly is sort of facing that thigh. Reach your arms up. And fold in half. That left knee might be slightly bent. That's okay. If you have a towel or something, you can even put your hand underneath to support. And bring your right hand outside the left ankle. And kind of drop your right shoulder down. Now your chin. Just allow your neck to be soft. Maybe the eyes are closed again, so get a sensation of feeling where you're stretching. Forward bend, super good, right? And slowly lift up. Recenter yourself here. Just take your left elbow in towards your left thigh. And left hand goes down. And you're going to turn now. You're going to take your hands to your right wrist, turn it open, and reach the right arm up. And you take your hand to the back of your head. And stretching the right side body, growing long. It feels good to extend your arms, your biceps by your ear. That's great. Try not to drop down though. We're really trying to stay open. So the elbow can be bent. That's why I like to hold my head. It makes me stay open. And come up. Just to kind of release this here since we're seating, sitting. Put your right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up. So send the right arm kind of long. And then just lift the hips up. And back down. Right foot out. So I bend forward so I can take like the meaty flesh with my butt aside so I can do more on my sitting bones. Turn to face that right thigh. Press the right thigh down. Reach the arms up. And then exhale. So sort of trying to extend as much as I can. Get the length. here, but it's not about belly touching the thigh or my hands touching my feet. Okay. Again, if the knee feels a little stressed, you can stick your right arm under there to support it, or a rolled up towel. And I'm taking my right hand or left hand to my right outer shin and dropping my left armpit down. Down chin to chest. You're kind of using this leverage to just, with each breath, with each exhale, try to draw the belly a little bit closer to the thigh, but again, not the goal. Goal is always just to be in the present moment, to feel anywhere where you can gain more space. One more nice breath here. And back, release, and draw your center, come back to center, and take hinge forward, elbow inside that right thigh. Relax the right arm, left arm reaches up. I don't know about you guys, but these in ways that I'm twisting a little bit, I hear little tiny pops in my back. Up, maybe bringing it forward, maybe clutching the head, back of the head softly. I feel this in the back of my ribs as I do the open, and it feels good for me. Relax, relax, relax your shoulders. Breathe into that left side. Breathe right into it. And come back up. And take that hand back behind you, long. Right arm reaches up, just push into the right heel. Lift those hips up. And come back down. One more forward bend. Scoot back, feet forward, arms reach. Long spine, and then pull forward. My right side is definitely tighter than my left side. So this sort of acts just to help even it out. If you feel any strain or stress, just back off a little bit. You can bring your elbows onto your thighs and just support yourself so you're not overextending the lower back. Slowly rise. Just come onto our mat with our back, and we'll do our twist there. All the way back. And reach. Hug your knees in. A little side to side. We're not doing bridge here today because our back bends were locust pose and camel pose. Okay, so we can just move in towards our twist. So I'm going to suggest the fallen chair position. Arms out to the T, and just bend your knees to the right. Keep the shape of the 90-degree angle if possible. The left shoulder's lifting up. Slide the left hand down towards your mat. And you can look neutral, you can look over your left shoulder. If it feels better to put something between your knees, you could do that. You can put your fists there too. And here, each breath, you're just massaging these inner organs. Just take a couple more nice deep breaths here in this beautiful twist. We're going to end The twist, just it's that extra little rinsing that your body needs to detoxify. Slowly come back to center. It doesn't have to look pretty, right? Take yourself again, knees together, feet together, arms wide. Engage your core, belly, spine. Allow those knees to, when I say fall to the left, I don't mean literally let them fall. Like if you're using your core muscles and your obliques to help you go down really slowly. And find that sweet spot. Try to keep a 90-degree angle. If it's not possible, it's okay. You can widen the legs a little bit. And maybe your gaze was over your right shoulder. Be mindful if your shoulders are sort of feel pinchy on the back. If you just reach them like you're going to give yourself a hug and it'll spread your wings there. This side definitely tighter than my right, so the gap between your legs, kind of like a clamshell. So putting a blanket or a block between your legs probably would feel good today. I'm just going to support it with my hand. Close the eyes if you'd like. Again, dial it in. Staying present. Notice if you are sort of shortening your breath and holding your breath, you want to continue. This is it's restorative posture, but your breath is still there. Okay. Breathe through the kinks, the tightness, knots. One last whole cycle of breath. And slowly again, come back to your center. Move the knees in one more time if it feels good. Maybe the knees side to side. Happy baby pose if you feel inclined to do that. Some people like to do that, or any other kind of little inversion where your feet are above your head. And as you're ready, you can come into your final resting pose. So the legs can be extended long. If this really bothers you, for some people that I work with, this is a lot in their lower back. So you can always, I'll give you the option here, bend the knees, take the feet wide, and draw the knees toward one another, like a tent, right? That relieves the lower back tension a little bit. You could try that. Here, the eyes are closed. Chin slightly towards chest and shoulder if they feel pinchy. Give yourself a little hug, roll side to side, and you extend. Swallow to soften the back of the throat. And breathe organically. We're not forcing the breath here. We're just allowing the body to breathe for us. Just make sure you're fully comfortable. a minute here. So notice if your mind has wandered. Notice if you need to change your position. Notice if you're fidgeting. Just begin to move your fingers and toes. Rotate those wrists. And close your fists. Spread the toes nice and wide. And flex. Begin to shake the legs. And move the head a little side to side. Just wake the body up again. You can give yourself a little hug here, like we did earlier. Right on the left. To open back up. Left over right. Push the arms back. And second. Roll over on your side. Then slowly, mindfully come up your feet. We started today. Cross-legged position. Your hands go to your heart, bow your chin to your chest. I'll just end with a saying, like a blessing to the world, if you will. But may all beings be happy and free. And may my words, actions, thoughts, our words, actions, and thoughts be a contribution toward that happiness and freedom for all. So honoring this practice today, honor yourself and honoring each other, honoring this practice of yoga. And from the center of your forehead, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, namaste. And thank you for joining me today, and have a blessed day.